is it difficult? It is difficult because there is no certain path. Every house you enter in a so the social sector, our personal choices and preferences. It is very difficult. If it is a multi-story building, the kind of operation you undertake is very difficult. You know, the rooms are there. What kind of background the individual has. One family is staying in a jhopri, one is staying in a video club, another setup, somebody is staying in a high setup. Every house has got a different design, different layout, different makeup. The industry is different. Very, very difficult. Conducting, fighting, and build operations. Which year did you begin?
Hoidine.
Your compact experience, small compact when I started. I started having first-hand experience in '99. The year I joined my young. During that time wasn't Kupona. So that time it was an amazing team of my seniors, great, wonderful CEO, Tiger Jan Ravi Kohli. So that was the year I got a hang of it, Kupona. And thereafter, actually the raw of it, what I saw was in Manipur. That was my first posting when I went to a deputation for some areas. That was amazing. Every day, 2 to 3 opportunities were, back to back, we used to have follow missions. Why don't we talk about that a little bit, so we could give the listeners some kind of context on the situation in Manipur at that time, and what was actually happening there, and why we were required to carry out operations. Those days, the situation as a youngster, when I look back, when I see the situation was something when I landed in Assam Rifle. I remember correctly, I was told by Colonel, it was a kind of appointment who deals with the posting and those areas. So I was told that I am the youngest officer posted in the Assam Rifle those days. How old are you? I was just with 3 years of service and I was about 24 and a half, 25. So when I landed there, I was told when I interacted with the civilian, they asked me, are you from India? So there was actually setback. I think I'm in India. No, sir, आप इंडिया से आए, मणिपुर का है. What does it mean? You don't consider yourself to be part of the India? So the situation was that bad. Believe you me, I'm telling you, there was not even a single book, there was not even a single newspaper, there was no movie in Hindi. It was absolutely bad. It was a kind of a parallel government. That was the kind of the whole groups had. What had caused that level of animosity? Was it like kind of feeling rejected from the Indian government? No, maybe not from the government. See, firstly, lack of awareness. Exploitation is done very easy and when people are not aware. And as a life in mountains is very difficult. People have their own vested interests by social, anti-social elements, whether it is, anyone who has got political interest or the groups, those who have been working there, anti-national elements. It's very easy to exploit the guy who is not aware of what is right and what is wrong. And the motivation at the top is almost always power or money. Yeah, all comes and it corrupts absolutely. So I realized people consider themselves part of the India. It was a shock as a youngster. I never was aware of this brutal work unless I went on ground. Then I realized young people, most of them, they just wanted to pick up a weapon and have a feel of it. Yes, I'm powerful in this area, I got power with me. So, as a youngster, you're dealing with a youngster. You also have got a weapon. I also, as a youngster, has got a weapon. So it's very difficult. No people are the same. One has been trained by the military, and second, disoriented. He doesn't know. He just have a weapon, and he wants to have that raw sense of, yes, I am powerful. And it is very difficult sometimes when you face a situation like this. A question I wish to ask you at this point is, what kind of dangerous combat experience where you felt like, oh, okay, my life is in danger here? Okay, only once in Northeast. If you ask me, the initial combat, we entered into some house. It was again fighting in built-up area. So we were aware that there were people. The input said whether they are in possession of weapon or not, we are not aware. Fine. So we had assumed all kind of contingencies, but we had never thought it can happen this way also. The moment you open the door and you will find someone and a pointing weapon at your head. This was something which we had never assumed did happen. Obviously, that to happen because of the lack of weapons in the Northeast. No. Because the guy was in a very tight situation, and his neck was in the nose. There were no outlet to go out of the house. So we thought there is only one option. The moment that I take a first shot, the moment, and you take them by surprise. I think probably that was the mindset. You just enter it and you take it by surprise. So we had never thought in wildest of dreams, the moment we, generally the tendency is you open the door, you throw some grenade and wait for some momentary reaction. But no, moment we kicked the door and opened it, the guy was bloody stunning with his weapon in his head, and he just put it on the head. When you face situation and you go black, I went black at least that time for a moment. You know? And maybe luck was in my this thing, and he pressed the trigger, nothing worked. Maybe the weapon was faulty, or there was some technical snag, but it never worked.
Wow.
But it still took me in a couple of seconds to, muster my senses. It happens. Your nerves goes blackout because I never expected it is going to happen. Ki kholte hi, the guy will be in front of you.
What was going on in your head?
Nothing. It went blank because I was prepared. Once you enter, and I'll go this side or that side. This is what I'm going to do. I was part of the room intervention drill. I was in the leading party. The moment the guy he had put the weapon on your head, I went blank. Only for a couple of seconds. And then he also went blank. He was also surprised it didn't work. Then he cocked his weapon again. Meanwhile, those seconds are now good enough. Get back to his senses, and then I had given a solid hit on his blood, nose, and then we were able to check on that guy. I was able to catch him.
When you look back at this entire Manipur experience now, and we're just at that part of your tenure at this point of the podcast, you look back at that entire Manipur experience, what was your one learning from it? So, because it was an early part of your army tenure, so what really stayed with you?
Two things stayed with me. One from the military perspective and one from the civilian perspective. Sure. In fact, I will tell you three, and one from the militant point of view. Three things. Firstly, about the military point of view. I was serving in Assam Rifles. I realized they are known as Sentinels of the Northeast, an amazing force. You go to one company, you will find people, it is a mini India, you are commanding as a company commander. People speak multiple languages. People from north, east, west, south, you name a state and the guy you will find within the company. So this is one potent force I realized which can operate with great smoothness in any part of the country.
আরে খাও দেখা দিব আঙুঠি দেখা দিব নালাগে তো
was they all used to speak Bengali, Nepalese. 100% of them, whether it was a Sikh, whether it was a Khalsa or a Tamil, they spoke fluent Nepalese. They had the same eating habit. This was something amazing. And experience. There is no substitute for experience. In Assam Rifle, even a Jawan, he serves till the age of 60. There's no other people serve till that. So, guy, imagine carrying of 40 years of experience. He might not be knowing English. He might be a little poor at the weapon handling. Whatever. Age is not in the plus. But experience is something, they can give you the best advice. One of the most professional things.
In terms of combat situations.
Yeah, in combat situations. I give you one specific example. There was some input, we had to go to some place. So I asked boys, okay, so what is the route? Who knows map reading? In special forces, infantry, RRU, always open map, when you're going to new area. Some rifle, I got over this. I never used map, I never used GPS. Why? Because I had walking encyclopedias with me. All I had to ask them is, we have to go to location X, Y, Z. What are the routes? People used to give me multiple options. 4 routes. One route, we go, but only small vehicles. Traveling time, so much. Potential threat, this much. There have been 2 incidents on this road, here so and so, with specific details, how many casualties, which group, everything. This is the second route, a longer route, it is going to take this much time. Plus minus is less. The third route, no vehicle, only by foot. This is going to take shortest, this much time, and these are the advantages and disadvantages. It was amazing. They knew every corner, bridge. They had every detail printed on their mind. Because they were static, they used to stay. They used to stay at one location for very, many years. Subsequently, the rotation thing started. So this is one experience from combat point of view, army. From militants, I realized that those groups, those who used to operate, they had a very strong. Not even an iota of there is when I compare it to the Jack. I've seen any group guy doing any wrong thing in the public against the code of conduct. There used to be the headline in the news. Individuals something wrong. Apologies on behalf of the commander and organization so and so. We apologize to the public, to the son and daughters of the Manipur. Board of Inquiry has been constituted, headed by Colonel so and so, and this is the board composition. And the entire board proceedings, along with the decision that taken against the individual, will be published in the newspaper. They had a strong ethical code. They never did anything wrong to the ladies, to the children, to the elderly people. And even a Fauji officer, if he or Jawan, if he was in any public place with his family, they were your walking insurance policy. Give me one example in the world where people have got this kind of code of conduct. You will not find. I can bet my even pension commission on this. Any